Another day, another start over at the shop. But why are we here today? Yes. The guys here have said they have a Massey Ferguson they'd like me to buy. And they said it's only €11,800. And, who was I to say no? Yeah, I'm always going to buy a nice Massey, especially if it's a beautiful 698T like this. So if you can't see my little overlay I've got going on here, we have Quentin currently selling silage over the BGA. We're headed that way too. If you can't tell, I'm really happy I've got this thing. We're headed that way too in our wonderful new 698T. This is in fact simulates one. Quick little thing, because I know somebody's going to ask. This is not going to be released for FS15. This is effectively just a beta version. It will be released for FS17. It will be publicly released for FarmSim 17, just because there's no real point in releasing a mod for FS15 at the moment. That's the long and the short of it, guys, I'm afraid. But he has sent it to select few people. And gotta admit, I think everybody's over the moon that they've got it, because it is a wonderful little machine. And this is my first time trying it. He literally sent it to me the second that I finished recording yesterday's video. I hopped on Discord and there was a link. So that was beautiful. Obviously the plans for today have changed to use this instead of the what Quentin believes is a John Deere. Speaking of, where is Quentin? Because he's working hard. He's got a lot of work to do. So today we are going to be setting off the compost over here in our beautiful red Massey Ferguson, which I'm sure some people here haven't seen me driving a red one. Whoop. I found out what the issue with TrackAd is, by the way. Something behind me is very reflective for some reason. Hopefully this trailer will accept compost, because if not, I'm gonna be in trouble. It does help if you actually line up correctly, Dave. So you can see the compost master is quite full. And come on, I would edit this area, but I can't because I can't open the map in G. Please accept compost. Why? Oh my god, can this thing not accept compost? Do I have to do some fiddling to this? This thing won't accept compost. I'm kind of in a bit of trouble. Okay. Change of plans. We're going to just abandon the trailer and go to what is traditionally my plan B. We've got some mowing to do. We do actually have some mowing that we can get done. Actually, I wonder, can this thing run the baler? Because I'd like to use this, I just don't know if it can run the... Okay, I'm turning TrackAd off because that's really irritating. How do I keep getting tractors stuck like this? Good lord, that is my party piece. So, no head tracking today because TrackAd's being a bit weird. And by a bit weird, I mean a lot weird. I'm probably going to have to put something over what's behind me, because that's really getting on my nerves. So, today instead of what we're supposed to be doing, which was setting the compost, I'm going to try and get some mowing or baling done. If we can't, I'll test the baler with this. I strongly suspect it won't be able to pull the baler. Or power the baler even. Never mind put it up the hills that it needs to go up. If it can't, that's fine. There is mowing that can be done as well. I know we still haven't done any cultivation or seeding. That's going to be next week, I promise. I actually need to get the silage sold off so we can buy the fields. We need to be able to cultivate or seed. Which is a strange thing for me to say, but there are field boundary issues. So that's why we've got Quentin setting off our silage at the moment. We're just kind of filling time, effectively. I was hoping to sell out the compost, but I need to apparently do some tweaking to various files for that to work. which is a bit of a shame, I'm going to admit, that I need to do that, but are we free to pass back? Yes. It is a shame that we need to do that, but, you know, it's a thing that needs to be done. It does help if I turn the beacon on. There's the beacon, causing all the lag ever. Quentin's going to be causing us a bit of lag, unfortunately, because, long story short, the game doesn't really like courseplay. And courseplay does a lot of calculations on where it's supposed to be in between loops. So that's going to be causing a few issues, and I do apologise for that. But unless you guys want to see me selling silage for half an hour, I suggest you just deal with the issues that you'll have. There is corn planted over there. That was my test seed. Unfortunately, I need to buy field 35 to seed field 34. I'll probably need to buy this field as well, and potentially field 26. So I'm going to have to spend a lot of money to fix this field issue. Which is why I haven't done any seeding yet. Now, I do have 2 fields that do need to be baled. You have that field there that I can't remember the number of, and field 35 actually needs to be baled as well. Now, the first question I have, and you can see we still have the other Massey. First question I have is, does this work with the baler? I strongly suspect the answer is no, but there's only one way to really find out. I need to unfold the baler. Okay, that's somewhat positive. Let's unfold the baler. I'm gonna say that's a no for working with the baler. So it's on to plan B. And it's the traditional Dave plan B, which is I'm going to mow a field. Because I really enjoy mowing. I know you guys are probably getting sick and tired of seeing me mowing, because, you know, we had a landscaping episode this week, but it's stuff that needs to be done. I'm going to mow that field there for the next 15-20 minutes. The actual hitch is over here for some reason. Oh yeah, because when I was doing off-camera work I bopped it. The hitch does have a habit of spinning around at random on this thing, which is a bit of a shame, but something I can't really fix. There we go, we're hitched up. I am going to need to rebind courseplay just so that I don't accidentally click outside the screen, because I knew that would happen. There we go. That's why all the other vehicles like courseplay rebound. We're going to mow field 33. You can see the T-dub is just abandoned there because I was kind of in a bit of a rush to get in between videos here. Because it is 10 PM and I haven't had my dinner yet. I haven't cooked my dinner yet, I should say. I'm supposed to be fending for myself today and I'm just not. As you can see, I have changed the grass texture across the map. It's now much, much brighter than it used to be. I'll close these gates because we won't be needing them open again anytime soon. And let's just get... I can turn off the HUD. Let's get lined up to start mowing here. Gonna try and get a nice tight headland going. There we go, that should do. So we're gonna use the drone again today. Because we can. We're gonna try and keep it out of the trees this time. I know I had a few issues with trees when I was using the Profi hopper. So I'm just going to try and keep it out of the trees and get all the mowing we need done. Downside of the new grass texture, by the way. Out of character. The downside of the new grass texture is that there's no yellow grass when I've mowed it. It just kind of turns green. Which is a small shame, but, you know, it's something I'm willing to put up with if it means the landscaping looks a bit more legit. The mowing that I do there. So, the joy of selling all the silage, and there is a joy to it, believe it or not, is that we're going to get a buttload of money. In fact, we may get enough money that we can pay off the mafia. We may actually exceed €200,000. I doubt it, but I can't rule it out at the same time. And that's something that I'm very, very happy to say. Now, if we do pay the mafia off, anything we've got left over is profit. And that's always something that's good to have. Now, I'm sure Quentin will find something to spend it on. He's been muttering something about a crone mower he's got his eye on. And that's always worrying, because when he says he's got his eye on something, it means he wants it really, really badly, and he will hijack funds to do it. Now, if he means the Big M, I'm not going to complain too much. Because I do want to get the Big M eventually, but I prefer to get, you know, better farm equipment first, instead of just going for the biggest mower we can find. I also need to get a chainsaw at some point, because the council have been on to us yet again, telling us that we need to go into that forest and start cutting some trees. So that's going to have to be something I'll do in the very near future. I have to get into some forestry on the farm, which I prefer not to, but I mean, we can chop it up into firewood, which is nice. They don't care what it goes for as long as it goes. So that's a bit of a bonus. You know, we can set it off for whatever we want. It is strange seeing this thing in red. And with big front wheels. I'm so used to my 698, the one that Tim did for me. And it's so weird seeing the, using the T. The 698T. Like, never mind seeing it. I'm used to seeing it in his videos. It's so weird actually using it. So let's turn the mower off real quick, and we'll use this corner over here as our starting point for a second round. We'll do 5 headlands here, as is our kind of tradition. We'll do 5 headlands. Ow. Here we go. Let's turn the mower back on, and away we go. That was quite good. We are also looking for, as I said in the previous video, we're looking for more lawn care equipment, more stuff for our landscaping company. I've got my eye on a nice T4 at the moment. There's a new Holland T4. I think it's got something like 65 horsepower. It comes with a mowing deck, and it can have front loader attached to it. So I might keep the T-dub for myself. And all of the rental contracts have just come up. Lovely. Actually, do I have time compression on? I do not. There we go. The T-dub I might keep for myself, because I really do like the T-dub. I might buy it off the farm. I guess I already own it, because I mean, Quentin did say we could spend as much as we wanted on on the landscape equipment, just divert farm funds to that, and it's ours. So we do own the T-dub. So I might take that off the farm. Replace it with the, I think it's a T465. Don't quote me on that, but it comes with a mowing deck. You can attach front loaders to it. Can do pretty much everything that the T-dub can, except it's got less horsepower. So it can't run as you know, the big equipment that we can run with the T-dub. But at the same time, do we really want to be running big equipment when all we really need is something that can run a mower? And if we can run a mower with it, that means we can make things a bit easier on ourselves by bringing a forage wagon down. I do have my eye on a little forage wagon. It's a little old one. It looks a bit like a milk float. And if we can get our hands on that, I'm really sorry for all the throat clearing. I got a bit of a frog in my throat today. If we can get our hands on that, that'd be awesome. That means we could use the T4 and then use the little milk float thing to pick up the grass and load it into maybe a big trailer. Might whip one of the stewards. May get rid of the trailer I'm currently using. Especially if we end up going to Quentin's brother's house again, because that is insane amounts of grass. It ended up being somewhere in the region of 100,000 litres of grass we cut there. With the Profi hopper. The outer character, I 100% legitimately did not cheat. Also, I'm getting some frame rate issues, it seems. I'm guessing something's going on with courseplay at the moment, and it's not very happy about something. There we go. So we're on to headland number 3. I need to figure out which way I want to go around this field as well when I start doing the straight lines. I'm thinking, well, that's the longest straight line there, isn't it, that side? So we'll be ending the 5th headland over here and then just driving straight up to the top of the field. Will we be driving straight up to the top of the field? Yes, we will be driving straight up to the top of the field. And we'll go down roughly the middle. And we'll do our straight lines that way because... yeah, that's the longest straight line on the field. Sergey is a bit sick at the moment. He has a cold. I think I'm coming down with it too, which is possibly why I've got a bit of a frog in my throat, so you may have to bear with me in the coming days and weeks if I suddenly sound a bit different. It's probably because I've managed to catch a cold. And nobody likes having a cold, so... you know, it's a thing that happens. I will say, the other day I was in my... I have a holiday caravan in the Knaveswood area. Up in a forest. And, you know, I had a bit of a late night the night before, watching random TV shows and playing games on my laptop. And it was probably somewhere around 9 in the morning. Somebody started shouting at me. And then suddenly they were cutting down trees outside. Now I looked on YouTube today and it was actually my good friend Simulate who had decided he didn't want to do forestry while I was having a day off. That wasn't very nice of you, Sim. I don't appreciate that. But if you haven't already checked him out on YouTube, please do. He is absolutely fantastic and he's a very good friend of mine. I don't know if he'd say the same about me, but he's a good friend of mine. Although I'm guessing a lot of you guys already watch him. Because, you know, he's quite good. I think that goes without saying. And I'm actually going to do something out of character that I never do. I actually want to congratulate Fresh Eggs on 1,000 subscribers that he hit today as I'm recording this Friday. Hit that today. I was streaming and somebody said, oh, Fresh Eggs is over 1,000 subscribers now. So I had to stop the stream and double check. Yes, he is. I couldn't be happier. You deserve every single one of them, dude. And if you haven't already, go check Fresh Eggs out as well. He makes some fantastic videos with his son. And he's a really funny streamer, really funny guy, really nice guy. Thoroughly encourage you go check him out. And yes, I'm doing shoutouts today because why not? You know, why not shout out the people that I enjoy watching with Farm Sim. One of the few, you know, I don't watch much Farm Sim at the moment because honestly I'm kind of burnt out of the game. I don't want to burn out, and that's why I'm not watching much. I'll watch Sim, I'll watch Eggs, I'll watch some of the Banky streams. You know, I'll hang out in streams a lot because they're nice to just hang out in and chill out. So we're making good progress here with the beautiful 698T by Simulate, which I believe Fresh Eggs got his hands on today as well. In fact, I think Sim released it to us. And there are a few people who have it. The people who have it, I think he released it to us because Fresh Eggs hit 1,000 subscribers. And that's the kind of person Simulate is. For those of you who don't know him personally, he's just a really nice guy, and he will do so much if you ask him. As long as you don't take complete advantage of him, he will do so much. I should probably stop gushing about my friends, shouldn't I? Get back into character and continue on. So we're almost finished our 4th headland now. The Quentin is still going. I don't know how much money you have. I'm not actually going to bring up the HUD until he's finished. Well, I will because I'll have to be hopping in and out of the game a few times to restart him. In fact, I'm going to need to do it right now. So I'll find out... Oh no, don't crash fraps. Oh, I'm using OBS. Joy of joys, because I need to save the courseplay course he's doing. Because, he hasn't actually been selling anything, has he? There we go. Let's try stop and go loading. I may have made that turn a bit too tight from... That would explain why there were frame rate issues. May need to re-record this course. This isn't the same one I recorded last time out. Is that still too low? Good lord. So let's raise that up a bit. Reset the loading position. Drive. Stop. Drive now. Okay, so he's going to go back to the start here. Now I've got to watch him do an entire loop. And try and get back to the start, because it looks like he's having issues with the end point where I've put it. Okay, so are you going to get over this little ridge? You are. You're going to load up. You can see you've got 340,000 litres of silage here, so it is kind of important that I can get Quentin working. Because I ain't going to be doing all this by myself. Why are you now going in circles here? Okay, so I've clearly made a horrible mistake with this course. So I have to re-record. Glad I checked this! So I guess for the second time in 2 videos you get a crash course on how to record a courseplay course for unloading a bucket. I think the issue was that I put turns that are too tight in it. Let's start him up over here. Where's my mouse? There it is. I kind of forgot that I'm not using Fraps to record anymore. I'm using OBS now, for those of you who didn't know. So you start off with a little straight line, straight into the bunker, waiting point there, up and in. I'm just going to lower this down so you get a good gauge. Second waiting point can go there. Need reverse driving enabled. That could cause issues. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of just doing the really tight turn, which is what I did last time, I'm going to take a much slower, wider turn. And just go back to forwards driving. Now the way this is being recorded, I can't obviously have 2 tractors doing it at once. Third waiting point goes there with another reverse point. I just gotta be careful that I don't try and get him to reverse too quickly. You can see the first time around I did it far too fast. And we'll just send him forward. Stop. Let's get him to drive the course now. This should, in theory, be a lot healthier for him. Assuming he doesn't screw up at the start. Okay. Come on, Quentin. You can do this. You can do this, Quentin. Yes, you're up. Now reverse slowly. Slowly, there's no need for you to go all out. There you go. There you go. I feel like I'm teaching him how to drive. Come on. Stop just there and forwards again. Lovely. Nice tight turn here. Yes, yes, yes. Let's raise the bucket. Over to the inlet here. Empty out your bucket. Very nicely done, Quentin. Now make that second reverse. Come on. I know you can do this, Quentin. I know you can do this. Nice and slowly. No need to go too quickly about this. You are doing it. Lovely. So let's save this course here. Empty. VDA, first silo. There we go. And he's just going to go about his business here. Without derping. Let's continue on mowing then. Why don't we? Let's get the hood down. No need to have the hood up. Ah, don't you love it when everything goes wrong in this series where, you know, I screwed up doing a courseplay course or something and everything just goes horribly wrong. Now the good thing is the mowing is quite nice and easy. I may go up one side of the field and down the other, because I do like the nice patterns. I know people have been complaining about me doing patterns, but I do like them. I may just go, actually, because this is for silage, I may just go straight around the field the entire time. Let's get a nice screenshot of the 698T with this thing. Just so you guys can see what happens when I start taking thumbnails. Let's get it rolling a bit, and there we go. Beautiful thumbnail. That'll go into Photoshop later. So Quentin is going to keep going with the silage. I'm going to keep going at the mowing. But I think we've pretty much run out of time for today. I know we're working on the 5th headland now. And I've decided I'm just going to go around in circles on this field because it makes a nice pattern. Screw you guys that don't like patterns. I'm making them. I like them. This is the way I'm going to farm. This is the way I do it. This is the way I like it. So, if you did enjoy the video, please do hit the like button. If you haven't already, please do hit subscribe. There'll be new videos every day. Multiple new videos every day. Except for the weekends when I stream instead of putting up a second video. Subscribe if you want to see streams as well. I mean, I do put them out a lot. I've got a lot of projects on the go. A lot of secret stuff on the go at the moment. Hopefully you'll find out a lot about it. Some stuff about them in... not the near future, but in the future at some point. One of them, I think there's plans to start unveiling stuff soonish. Maybe. Assuming it goes ahead. This is how early in planning it is. Like, if this goes ahead, maybe. The other is going to take a while to work on, and that's just a personal thing. But until next time, I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Ventonwyn Estates. I do hope you enjoyed the roleplay. I know I haven't been doing it too well this episode. Mainly because I kind of wanted to record it, but now it's getting a bit late and I'm kind of stressed about all the other things I want to do tonight. Hey! Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.